Good morning, my friends. More of you have asked me to compare what is best, the tent or the car, and that of course is for sleeping. Well, there's some obvious advantages about the tent. First of all, I can stand almost upright in the tent. That is a big advantage when you want to put on your clothes and do stuff like that. Obviously, it's easier than laying down and getting dressed. Another obvious advantage is there's a lot of extra space. You see all this open space here. And then you see, here's my bed. Plenty of space. And I guess that is the biggest advantage about the tent. Plenty of room. But there is obvious disadvantages about it as well. In a campground, the tent is a great idea, for sure. Boondocking in the forest or on the beach or whatever, not so much. I think it's very hard to be stealth with the tent. It's a lot easier with the car, you know. So, yeah, if I stay in campgrounds, I'm gonna use this. Another disadvantage is it's not very weatherproof. That is, of course, is due to this tent in particular, because this is a cheap, a cheap tent from a building supply shop, and I didn't spend much money on it, and of course, because of that, it's not a very good tent. So I guess I could give it some kind of spray to make it more waterproof, but still it's only one layer. You know, it's not only in the very top. I don't know if I can show you. Yeah, I guess I can. In the very top there's like a mosquito net, and then over the top of that there's like a hatch that kind of make it two layers, but that is the only place. Everywhere else is only one layer. And that is especially a problem over by the zip, because obviously when the zip is not vertical, it's kind of on a slope, you know, and then if it's raining, it's very easy for water to get in there. I guess another disadvantage, I have no electric in the tent. I do in the car. I got the extra battery in the car, so my cooler can run. That's not working when I'm in the tent. I guess at a campground I could ask for a cable so I could have hookups. In this campground I would need to be in another place over by the RVs if I wanted hookups, because there's no hookup here where I am. Tent versus car. Well, yeah. Advantages, disadvantages with both of them. While I got your attention, I want to show you some things that I brought for this trip that is really making everything so much easier and more comfortable. First of all, these here boxes. This is only two of them. I got 3 boxes. These are the 2 small ones. Then I got one twice the size of these. They're very, very strong boxes. You can see it's really thick, rigid plastic they're made of. And this one I store, well, actually all my kitchen things, and yeah, you know. And then the other one is all my electronic gear and a bag of candy. I got one in the car where I got my clothes. Plus I got my AGM deep cycle 110 amp hour battery, and the battery is hooked up to the car, so when I drive it charges. and that is excellent. For a trip like this, where I'm driving a lot, that is enough. The battery can charge while I'm driving, and then it'll be full when I park. So in a trip where I get a lot of kilometers on the clock, that is easily enough. When I'm gonna use the car for boondocking back home between jobs, I don't think it'll be enough just to charge it while driving. So maybe I will need a solar panel on the car. I'm just not quite sure how to get room for it besides or next to the kayak. But well, I will have a look at that. Well, you see this. This is a laptop fan. It's supposed you put the laptop on top of this, and then it'll make sure the laptop doesn't get too hot, plus it'll angle it so it's easier to use. I found another use for it. Of course it runs on USB. See the USB plug here? And I put it like this, and then it's my fan, my USB fan, blowing cool air in my face while I'm either in the car or in the tent. As a power supply for that fan, I'm using it's actually a solar panel, what do you call it, power bank. I have to say though, the solar panel is kind of a joke, because it would have to charge for a week to get a full charge. But it can charge. You see there's a plug there on a micro USB, so it can charge in the car as well. And then I will just plug in the fan to this one, and even it runs all night, it doesn't show that it used anything on the power bank. So it's really good, low consumption, and it can run all night, and it'll cool me down so I can sleep even it's hot. In the car I don't have mosquito nets. I want to find a way to get that though, so I can open a window while I'm or just crack a window while I'm sleeping. But for now I don't have it, so that means at night I need to keep the windows closed, and that makes it for a very hot car during summer. So the fan is a great addition so that I can keep cool a little bit, you know. I got another little gadget, or well, not a gadget, but another little thing I brought on this trip I want to show you. This here, that is actually a table, and I guess it's meant for be used when you, example, eat breakfast in bed or something like that. And I bought it at a supermarket for next to nothing. It's very cheap, not even $10. It's made from plastic. It's quite well, it is kind of flimsy, you know, but still I can use it when I'm either in the car or in the tent, just, you know, as a computer table like this, or for that matter when I want to eat, just to raise things off the ground a little bit. So quite neat. It does take up a bit of space, but in the car I will put it like this, just upside down, and then I can put stuff on top of it. Then it's okay when I store it, you know. So that's neat, and as you can see, it got some, well, I was about to call it pockets on the sides, and that can be neat too. And then of course, as you know, I mentioned in a video before, for my bed I use this trifold mattress, you know, and then a bedspread as a sheet, and my duvet and my pillow. So that's basically it. But yeah, when I get ready to leave from here and I got the car packed and everything and set up, obviously it'll take a little bit of time to put everything back in the car, the mattress and the boxes and everything, but not too bad. And when I got everything ready, I will continue this video and show you how it sits in the car. Okay, see you then. Good afternoon, my friends. Well, I found a new place to park tonight, and well, boondocking is, I would say, almost impossible in Holland. They have a law against it, and I have been trying today to find a place, but either you find places, very beautiful areas, but full of campgrounds, and we are talking extremely big campgrounds, which is absolutely not something I like. Or you find places where there's houses within, yeah. So I would say boondocking in Holland is very difficult. So again, today I'm at a campground. I feel I had no other choice. So, but anyway, this video, the beginning of this video was about the tent. So let's continue, and now of course about the car, because even I'm in a campground, then I'm gonna sleep tonight in my car. I asked the camping host, is it okay I sleep in a car? And he said, well, it doesn't really matter, because I pay for a lot in the campground, and whether I just park my car there and sleep in the car, or I park the car and raise a tent and sleep in the tent, doesn't make any difference. It's the same price. So for him, it's... So let me show you how the car is set up and the different rooms in my car. I have made a video before where I showed you the bedroom. Well, that is the bedroom here. When I was in the tent, I talked about my boxes. And you see here, my boxes, they are here. First the one with my computer gear, then the one with the food and, well, hygiene articles. Then in the back, the one with my wardrobe. And also in the one with the wardrobe, with the one with the clothes and everything. Down, let's see, there is a cigarette lighter plug, 12-volt plug, so I can plug in my 12-volt equipment. Because in the back of the box, let me take this away. There you are. That's my deep cycle battery. It's actually the battery I had in the Nest. I took it out of the Nest and brought it on this trip. And it's connected with the same wires that normally will go from the car to the Nest. They are just pulled inside the car and then connected. So when I'm driving, the battery is charging. And that means that when I drive, my fridge can be connected to the 12-volt down there, so it can be nice and cold. But yes, my fridge is actually connected to shore power right now, because at this campground, when you pay for the spot, you pay for shore power at the same time. It's included. So over there is the hookup for shore power, and it's running through the window there, and then to the... That leads me to the front of this passenger seat here. That's my water. There's 20 liter, that'll be like 5 gallon of fresh water I got there. And then of course, hot like today, then here in the shade under the hedge is my chair. Let me show you my computer room. Here in the driver's seat is my computer room, or my TV room, or whatever you would call it. You see my tablet just hanging on the steering wheel, so I can watch a movie or whatever. If I need to edit with my laptop, if it's not enough with using the tablet, then I take away this, and then I can use my laptop in the driver's seat. So there's plenty of room. And I actually got the computer mouse as well. I can just push the laptop a little bit to the side, then I have room for the computer mouse here. So you see, no problem. A Skoda Octavia is big enough as a micro camper. It's perfectly fine. But, well, with the temperatures we got at the moment, I need to keep all the doors wide open, keep the reflective to cover the windscreen, and actually my towel and some reflective to cover the back window. The side windows doesn't really matter because the doors are open. But yeah, it's hot in here if I don't put all this. So you see, if you do it the right way, you can do with a normal car. I hope you have a nice day and enjoy the summer, and take care of yourself, and remember, life is good. Bye bye.